today you start making your inner critic into your biggest ally? Discover how to refine your manifestation journey with powerful insight. Let's go. Welcome to Empress Expressions. My name is Amber and I am the Empress here, and I welcome you whether you are new or you're returning. Welcome. So today we're talking about our inner critic. We're talking about how to make the inner voice, that inner critical voice, our ally, make it our friend. Use that inner voice to help us truly manifest what we want, catapult energy into our manifestations, transmute the energy to create what it is that we desire. So that is what we're talking about today. So I have 3 points here. I'm going to touch on these. Take notes if you feel called to, but let's get into it. So the first thing is identifying negative self-talk. Recognize and list negative thoughts that arise. Indicate areas needing attention and growth. So first and foremost, the only way that you're going to create this relationship or cultivate this relationship with this aspect of yourself, this part of yourself, that inner critic, is you have to become aware. You have to become conscious of the negative self-talk, the self-doubt, the negative thoughts and things that we say to ourselves day in and day out. Like, we all do this. So sometimes taking the time out to list those things, taking the time out to just really sit with those thoughts, our days get busy. We have lots of things going on all the time, whether you physically have stuff going on all the time, or you just mentally have a lot of stuff that's just in and out of your mental space. Take some time out to jot down these negative thoughts that you have. Take some time out to just sit and just observe the thoughts that you're having. You can meditate and use the meditation to just observe what thoughts are going on within you. What are you saying to yourself? What are you thinking to yourself? And then specifically around an intentional manifestation, an intentional creation that you want to see come together, just sit down and think to yourself, what are some of those, darker, more negative thoughts that I have around this thing that I want to see come into my life or manifest into my life, and jot those things down. The next thing I have here is challenging your limiting beliefs. So this comes up a lot in different videos that I put out because it's something that we really do have to address. We do have to come to terms with the fact that we have limiting beliefs. We all do. We're humans. We live in a very dense reality here on the physical plane, the Earth, the planet Earth. It's dense. And so because we can be so involved and so vested in our senses, our worldly senses, our physical world senses, we tend to place limits on our beliefs. So challenge those limiting beliefs, question and reframe limiting beliefs that your inner critic highlights. Question them. Where did they come from? Where did this first start? Okay? Reframe them. But most importantly, create that relationship. This is one of the steps in creating the relationship, cultivating a relationship with this aspect of yourself. It's necessary in order to manifest. Now, do you have to go into the depths when it comes to every single manifestation? No, I don't think you do. Some things you can just decide that they're going to be a way and you just move forward within that energy. But then there are some things when you use your discernment that actually need your attention and need some growth and some cultivation and some awareness to be brought to it. So, cultivate that relationship within yourself. Don't suppress your inner critic. Don't suppress the negative thoughts, because the more that you ignore certain things, the more they're going to continue to show up to help you align yourself better with what it is that you say that you want, what it is that you came to the planet to experience. You're going to continuously bump against, you're going to continuously experience more and more contrast. Contrast is inevitable to experience here on the planet, but you could definitely experience more contrast if you are trying to suppress the limiting beliefs and the negative talk, the negative self-talk. So question them, reframe the limiting beliefs. Figure out where they came from. Why do you believe it? Why have you agreed to believe this limiting belief? And are you going to choose to believe something different? Believe something that's more in alignment with what it is that your heart and your soul truly desires. The last thing that I have here is self-compassion. So practice self-compassion. Balance the inner critic with self-compassion to foster a positive mindset. So when you do this work, sometimes we can get so, just so involved with the work. And this can be all kinds of different work. I mean, some people know that to be true when it comes to their career. But specifically, I'm talking about when you are wanting to intentionally create something and manifest something. We can get, as humans, as spiritual beings, we can become a little bit obsessed sometimes with, what am I thinking? What am I doing? What am I doing wrong? Did I do this wrong? Oh my God, I can't stop thinking this negative thing. Like, I got to change. I got to change. I got to change. And the thing is that we're not going nowhere fast. So just take your time. And as you are addressing these limiting beliefs and the negative self-talk, and you're cultivating the relationship with your inner critic, give yourself some compassion for the work that you've already done. Like, if you're watching this video, you are already tapped in and doing the work. If this video came across your For You page, okay, if you tapped on this video and you're not watching this video, you are already doing the work. So give yourself some compassion when it comes to cultivating the inner critic and cultivating the relationship with the inner critic. That is what's really going to help transmute that negative energy, that negative self-talk into a more positive mindset. Okay. So don't forget to just sometimes stop. And I feel like the perfect time to really practice compassion, because I've said this before, I can be my worst critic. I will probably 9 times out of 10, I will give somebody else way more leniency than I give myself. So I definitely understand if that's something that you struggle with, just being super, super hard on yourself. So the one thing that you can do, and note this down, the best time to practice compassion is when you find yourself being the hardest on yourself. That is when you just take a deep breath in, and you take a deep exhalation. You release all of what you are hyper focused on. And that's when you just literally pour the compassion on yourself. In those moments where you find yourself beating yourself up, just thinking you haven't done enough, this is still your inner critic, right? When your inner critic is at that all-time high, that is one of the perfect times to just remember, you know what? All is well. Everything is okay. I'm doing the work. The work is continuous. It's on a continuum. Let me just sit in this moment and give myself compassion. Let me say thank you to self for showing up. Okay? That is one of the most beautiful opportunities and chances to transmute and to bring yourself back down. Okay? That is the best time to readjust your vibration, is to give compassion and lean into gratitude for what you've already done. For what you've already done. You've done so much. You've done so much just to be here in this existence right now. Give yourself some compassion. So everything is happening as it should and when it should. And so when you are cultivating this relationship with your inner critic so that you can really truly manifest more of what you want to experience in this lifetime, in this existence, as this person, in this body, you have to have compassion. You have to understand that this entire experience is an experience. This entire experience is it's constantly unfolding. Okay? You'll get to one manifestation, and by the time you manifest that thing that you just so desperately wanted, you've already expanded past it. So you're always going to want more. That's why you may hear that Earth is a playground. This is a time to create. Have fun with it. Be compassionate with self. This is a great way to really dig in and truly start to understand and have self-mastery. Which brings me to the Living Soul Numerology guidance system. That is another amazing tool that can help one truly dig deeper into understanding themselves, first and foremost. Because once you start in investigating and discovering and unfolding and exploring yourself, you truly start to understand what's in front of you, what's being projected out of you, why certain things are showing up in your life, why certain things haven't shown up in your life, why certain things are completely irrelevant to you, why certain things are so relevant to you. And with that, you can also get the report on a loved one, a child, a spouse, a friend, to better understand them, right? Which in return will still help you better understand self. We come to this planet in so many ways, we have forgotten who we are so that we can come have this experience. So a part of the experience is also remembering, oh, wow, I am God. I am goddess on this plane, within this plane. This plane is a projection of my divinity. So tap into the Living Soul Numerology guidance system if you are really one that is seeking more understanding about just how things work, but more understanding about your own self, what and how you manifest, what you're manifesting, how do you manifest, what is your manifestation process, what parts of yourself have you been suppressing, what parts of yourself have been a little bit out of alignment, or what parts of yourself do you need to tap more into to maybe create more ease in your life, or to give you that boost of energy to really take this thing or take something to the next level. I promise you, when you get the Living Soul Numerology Guidance System report, it's going to open a door. Okay. I don't know which door that'll be for you, but with action, with intention, things happen. Okay. So take that, do that, take this opportunity. This is a self-investment. You have to be able to invest in yourself. You have to have a desire to invest in yourself is beautiful, and it can create profound results in your life when you truly value self so much that you're willing to invest in self. Okay. So if you're interested in that, that link is going to be down in the description box below. That is a one-time fee and it's yours for forever. It's a beautiful layout. It's like 30 plus pages. When you fill out the form, make sure that you fill in the form correctly. Make sure that you use the correct format specifically for your birthday. And make sure that you put an email address that you have access to, because within 10 minutes or so, you will receive your automated report in your email inbox, maybe your spam. So check both. But that is what I have for you. I felt extremely called to talk about our inner critic. I'm sure I will revisit this subject in the future. But yeah, take the time out to cultivate that relationship with your inner critic, because your inner critic is going to tell you where the work is still at. Your inner critic is going to let you know when you need to have compassion. Your inner critic is going to let you know where those limiting beliefs lay and where they lay, whatever. So yeah, that is what I have for you. And I send you peace. I send you light, and I send you an abundance of love. And until next time, bye.